Hi guys, my name's Travis and I live in central Kansas. I live a long ways from any stores, and so I order almost everything online, and I'm constantly like reading reviews nonstop. And my biggest beef is there's hardly any good videos of real videos that actually review the kind of stuff that I'm looking for. So one of the things that I've been on the lookout for, we just moved to a new house, and I have been on the lookout for a new toaster. A toaster is kind of a funny thing because it sits on your counter, so it's almost like artwork. You want it to look good, but for me, there's some like functionality stuff that I really wanted. And you know, I wanted a toaster that didn't take up a lot of counter space because, as you'll see, I don't have a ton of counter space here, but I wanted a toaster that fit any size piece of bread. So I kind of had to sacrifice a little bit. For months, when I've been to Target or any of the stores that are local, I've been checking out all the different toasters, and I've looked at everything from the Wolf's down to the ones, the less expensive ones. And I decided on this Breville, and this is the die-cast toaster. So I'm sacrificing my space a little bit because I really wanted something like if I have a big piece of sourdough bread that I can fit it in the toaster. So I ordered this from Amazon. I love Breville. They have their appliances so figured out. I do a lot of juicing, and I have a Breville juicer that's just lasted. I could do a whole another video on that. But so the packaging on it was great. It came in 2 other boxes besides this one. The other thing I love about Breville, this seems like so silly, but I love their cord. Like, there's nothing worse than like when you go to pull a cord out, it's hard, but like, look at that. Like somebody was really thinking this through, because you just put it in and you just pull it out like that, It's just cool. I don't know, I like it. So back to the toaster. So I decided on my new house here, I love the look of polished stainless steel, but I've just realized it's impossible to keep it clean. There's always dribbles, there's water dribbles or fingerprints, stuff like that, and I'm just tired of messing with it. So I decided in my new house to go with brushed stainless steel, which is what this is. So as you'll see, this is a pretty good size toaster here. I don't have my ruler out, but I'm gonna tell you, the thing I love about this toaster, this is like one freight train of a toaster. This reminds me, like if I went to my grandmother's house, this would seem like a toaster that she's had since like 1953. That's how like solid it is. And one of the things that I've noticed when they have a lot of like the Art Deco kind of toasters and things like that, but they're really, when you start feeling around on them, the quality of them isn't that great. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the price of this toaster is, a little heftier. It's over $100. But if you think about it, how long do you have a toaster? Like my last toaster I've had for 10 years. So I want something that is gonna like look good, last, and not fall apart on me. So my last toaster, the one thing it didn't have that was a real pet peeve that I swore my next toaster would is this, which is the tray. Because there's nothing worse than every time you like go to move your toaster, like the crumbs coming out. I was constantly cleaning up crumbs. And I'm not that picky of a person, but it still was a big annoyance. So that's the one thing I love about the Breville toaster is that it has this removable tray. As you'll see, the slots here are huge. It actually fits up to 4 pieces of toast. At least that's what it says on there. I haven't tried 4 in there, but I'm pretty sure it would, standard size. And so this toaster is a little bit like space age. Like when you plug this in, I'm gonna plug it in right here. Oh, sorry, I have outlets there. So the first thing you're gonna notice here is these like amazing, cool LED lights. Like check that out. That is the coolest thing. So these are your levels right here, right? So it's, this is all the way up to 5, 4, 3, 2. It's like LED, it's super cool. And then right here, you'll notice, here are your settings. So we've got your regular toast, right? So check that out. Look, this is like hydraulic. So like they go down slowly. There's none of that old, you know, the old days where it's bouncing up and down. There's none of that. It's like slides down really slowly. Now here we're gonna hit a bit more. So a bit more, I'm guessing, you know, like let's say you have it set on 3, but you're looking in there and it's not quite what you want. You tap a bit more. Then of course we have your bagel setting, your frozen setting, which, you know, for your frozen sourdough bread or whatever you want to stick in there. And this lift and look, that is where it's really cool. Check that out. It like slides up and then it just slides right back down. So, you know, my big annoyance with reviews a lot of times, it's like you get people who get stuff and they don't actually use it. So I got a piece of bread here. I thought we're gonna give this a go because I just got this in. I have used it personally myself and I loved it, but I wanted to, for you guys, do an actual review. So what we just have a pretty standard piece of bread here. So I'm gonna pop that in. I'm gonna hit toast. There we go. And as you'll notice, it's going down. Oh, there we go. So let's see what happens when we do the lift and look. Check it out. Oh, here, I'll fix them back. So look, it brings it up and then it's going back down, right? And so right now I have this set on 2. Let's move that up. Well, no, we'll leave it at 2. We'll leave it at 2. So let's do another lift and look. Let's see how it's toasting here. It's still pretty light. Feels a little toasty. I'm gonna move it down just for the sake of the video. We're gonna move it all the way back down to 1. And let's just see what happens here. Okay. So far, so good. Let's do another, just for the heck of it. Lift and look. I like that. That's kind of cool. And it's totally silent. That's the other thing I would say. You don't even hear anything happening. It seems to be working really great. So I wonder if we hit, let's see here. Okay, so we're toasting on 1. Na, 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 na. Oh, it's still going. You know, it's still a toaster. It does take time. So far, so good. Do another lift and look. I can't help myself, I'm sorry. Hey, check it out. This is on 1. Now see, if this were me, I'd be like, this would be my toast. I wouldn't want it anymore. Like, I don't like my toast like really crispy. I like it so it's just barely toasted. So I'm gonna hit cancel. So let's see what happens. There it goes, it's coming up. Yep, there's a little beep. So check it out. That's like actually, this would be, on my old toaster, I would say this was a 4. Like, but on this toaster, it's about a 1. In fact, I'm guessing if you went all the way to 5, you would have a pretty dark piece of toast. So, all in all, I'm like super pumped about this toaster. I think it's gonna last a long time. It feels really solid. Like I said, I like the brushed stainless steel look. It's built really well. So far, compared to my old toaster, which was your basic run-of-the-mill, you know, $30, $40 toaster, I would say I'd give this a solid like 9. And again, time will tell, but this is definitely a go for me.